Yes, my people, welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for Premier League Game Week 10 predictions. Premier League Game Week 10 predictions. I want to give a big shout out to everyone that has been checking in my videos, tuning in, liking the videos, commenting. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. We're still on the road to 1,000 subscribers, 1K subscribers, and hopefully we can get it done and dusted this weekend. And to everyone watching this video for the first time, checking out my channel for the first time, thank you so much. I want to let you guys know that no matter what club you support, you're going to enjoy this video. So I want to tell you guys, get in the comments, tell me what club you support without telling me what club you support. It can be a meme, a player, a quote, whatsoever. Get in the comments, tell me what club you support, and hopefully we're getting 50 likes in this video. So if you haven't liked the video, like the video, subscribe, smash the subscribe button, as it does help me a lot. And this week is one of the biggest game weeks so far in the Premier League. One of the biggest games. We have 3 blockbuster games. Yeah, Newcastle versus Arsenal. Arsenal looking to get revenge at St. James's Park. Spurs versus Aston Villa. Real battle for top 4 or top 6, anyhow you like it. And the main course of the weekend, Manchester United versus Chelsea at Old Trafford. One of the most exciting games so far this season. So you can tune in, stay in, watch to the end of the video, check out my predictions, and also don't forget to drop your predictions as you watch the video. And getting back to our game week scores, I have 6 points from last week. I didn't do any video last week, I just posted predictions, but this week the video is here. So 6 points, which moves my total tally up to 27 points. So this week I'm aiming for 12, something above 10. But 12 is my mark. Hopefully I get that. So if we're looking at the league table, we have Manchester City in first, 1 point off Liverpool in second, and Liverpool have 4 points of Aston Villa and Arsenal. So it's going to be a really exciting week at the top. Man City with injuries, Arsenal with few injuries, but we have to win no matter what. And the blockbuster game, Chelsea versus United. United sacked their manager. Can they bounce back against Chelsea? We'll see that. So moving to the first game, the very first game is Newcastle versus Arsenal. This is a really interesting game because Newcastle are coming from a Carabao Cup victory against Arsenal rivals Chelsea. A 2-0 win at St. James's Park. Can Newcastle build some form against Arsenal? Newcastle have managed to win 2 of their last 3 games against Arsenal in St. James's Park. Can they do the same? I know we all remember the controversial 1-0 win last season. Can Newcastle repeat that? Because Arsenal are 4 points from Liverpool and 5 points from City. They've conceded 9 goals in their last 5 matches, more than they conceded in their last previous 19. Arsenal have some injuries added to the list, but Arteta just confirmed Gabriel will be back. White isn't so clear, White won't be back, but can Arsenal keep going even with injuries? That's one of the best things top sides do. Can Arsenal do it against Newcastle? Generally, Arsenal are looking good, to be fair, but I don't think so. I don't think Newcastle have looked, since they played Chelsea in the weekend, they've looked different. They managed to get a win after that, and they're looking to disappoint Arsenal even more. I'm not going to go for an Arsenal loss, but I'm going to go Arsenal managed to clinch it, keep their head up high, and get a draw. I'm going to go Newcastle 2, Arsenal 2. And our next game is Liverpool versus Brighton. We're moving to Anfield to see a repeat of the game that happened midweek in the Carabao Cup. We saw Liverpool winning that game 3-2 against Brighton. Brighton, on the other hand, are looking really good, really decent form in the league. Their coach have been doing really well. They've scored 16 goals this season in the league, and their main man, Danny Welbeck, could be looking to score in his 4th consecutive match for the first time in his Premier League career. And he's just 4 off of his total tally of most goals ever scored in his Premier League career. So keep an eye on Danny Welbeck. And on the other hand, Liverpool are looking to be more conservative, but not in this game, because each and every time this game have provided 5 or more goals. 5 or more goals this game. So I don't think Liverpool conservativeness will help in this game. I think this is a game where there will be so many goals. Liverpool will be looking to outscore Brighton on this one to keep their shoulders and stay 1 point behind Man City. So I reckon Liverpool should be winning this one easily. They have to outscore Brighton. I think they will do just that. We saw an amazing performance by Cody Gakpo in midweek, and it's going to give Arne Slot a selection headache. So we need to keep our eyes on Gakpo, and surely we have to keep our eyes on Mo Salah. So I'm predicting this one a Liverpool win. Liverpool 4, Brighton 2. Moving Moving on to our next game is Ipswich versus Leicester City. Ipswich are one of the 3 teams that are winless this season in the Premier League. They're new to the Premier League, but they face a slightly familiar side and Leicester as they faced in the Championship last season. Can they get a win finally against Leicester? Leicester, on the other hand, Leicester are 5 points above Ipswich and they're looking to make it 8. Their main man, Jamie Vardy, has scored 1 more goal better than his last Premier League campaign, and he's looking to be on form. Can he take the Foxes over to the finish line? Can he take the Foxes away from the relegation zone? Also, Ipswich have the main man Liam Delap, who scored 56% of Ipswich goals. He's also taking Ipswich by the horn and moving them through the line. But Ipswich haven't managed to get the win. With Leicester's quality and experience in the Premier League, I think Leicester could just edge it and clinch the win. So I'm predicting Ipswich 2, Leicester 3. Bournemouth versus Manchester City, our next game. Bournemouth have lost all their games against Manchester City. But this season, the South Coast, Bournemouth, who have proven to be one of the hardest places to come out with points this season, Bournemouth have lost to only Chelsea at home this season, and they're looking to maybe get a result against Man City after Man City just got eliminated from the Carabao Cup and have 9 injuries and 2 doubts for tomorrow. Man City are on a 28 game unbeaten streak, 23 wins and 5 draws. They are looking to extend that. Even with the injuries, we know City can do it. We know City have the quality and they will not like to lose their top spot. So Manchester City, can they get the win, or can Bournemouth turn the injuries crisis in favour of themselves? I think City should be getting the win. But if Bournemouth manages to turn something to their favour, it's going to be a shocker. So I'm going to predict a slim and tiny win in City's favour. Bournemouth 1, Manchester City 2. Moving on is Southampton versus Everton. 2 lower league sides. Southampton are proving that they have not been able to hack the Premier League since their relegation in 2023. There have been 22 games winless in the Premier League. 22 games, and it's going to 23 because they are facing an Everton side who have not lost the game in 5 games. Everton have been looking really good, and Sean Dyche's men have seemed to have their goal scoring boots. They've won 2 games and 3 draws in their last 5. And Ashley Young is looking to show his experience with this squad as Everton are getting the ball rolling and getting more confident as they play more games. So I reckon Everton should be winning Southampton easily. I'm going to go Southampton 1, Everton 2. I think it will be a slim win. That's why I went with a 1-0 margin. Nottingham Forest versus West Ham is our next game as Nottingham Forest face West Ham. Nottingham Forest have been looking as one of the exciting sides this season. They sit 7th in the table and they have one of the best defenses in the league. They are the 2nd best and only better than Liverpool, have conceded only 5 goals. Nottingham Forest have conceded 7, but their striker Chris Wood has scored 7 goals against West Ham in the past. We saw West Ham get a controversial penalty against United to get their 3rd win of the season. West Ham, can they look to get back in their groove with their new coach Lopetegui? He has not been really doing well. The players have been lackluster. We saw a Kudus rampage 2 weeks ago, but can West Ham finally get some points on the board? Generally, I don't think so. I think this is a really tight match. Forest should be getting the win, but I think Forest won't be able to hold on, and I think West Ham will manage to get a draw. So I'm going to predict a 2-2 draw. Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 2. Wolves versus Crystal Palace is our next game. This is a game against 19th and 17th in the Premier League. Wolves are 19th and Crystal Palace are 17th. No one will ever believe Wolves will be 19th in the league table, but Crystal Palace themselves, after their good performances at the end of last season with their new coach Oliver Glasner, they're looking to find some fun now as they won their Carabao Cup against Aston Villa. Crystal Palace has shooting so much, but they need to find the back of the net so that they can get out of the relegation zone. Same with Wolves, but Wolves have been proving to be really poor this season. Their goalkeeper, their defenders, everything about Wolves have been really bad. They've scored goals, but they've not managed to hold on to the win. So who can get out of the relegation zone? Who can come out with a win in this match? It's really easy for me because I see Crystal Palace winning. Wolves can put in the effort, but Crystal Palace will be more clinical tomorrow than Wolves. So I reckon Crystal Palace should be getting the win. I'm going to go with a slim win. Wolves 1, Crystal Palace 2. Our next game is Tottenham Hotspur versus Aston Villa. We saw an impressive win in midweek against Man City in the Carabao Cup. Tottenham eliminated Manchester City. Can they build on that? Can they build on that form and get a win against Aston Villa? Aston Villa are passing Spurs with 5 points at the top of the table. If Spurs win, Spurs cuts that gap to 2 points. Aston Villa are on the same point with Arsenal, 18 points each, and they're looking to get revenge after their 4-0 loss against Spurs last time around. Can Aston Villa get the win? Can Spurs get the win? An interesting fact in this match is that Son Heung-min has scored in 9 of their last games. He has contributed 9 goals and assists in 9 of their last games. So he's one to really keep an eye on. And Ange has a really good home record, a really good home scoring record. So can that record come in effect? Can that record come in play against Aston Villa? I think it should, and I think Spurs should be getting the win. You should be edging it. I'm going to go with a slim win. Tottenham 3, Aston Villa 2. And for the main course of the weekend, the most anticipated ageless rivalry is Manchester United versus Chelsea. One of the most anticipated games this week, United versus Chelsea at Old Trafford. United are unbeaten at Old Trafford in their last 11 games against Chelsea. United haven't done so well in the league, but they've scored 8 goals out of 9 games, which is really poor, and that's the 3rd lowest in the league. Only Southampton and Crystal Palace have been worse. But United have sacked Erik ten Hag Ram, and Ruben Amorim is their new coach. But Ruud van Nistelrooy has taken over to steer the ship as interim manager, and they scored 5 goals in midweek, 5 goals against, you can argue, a weakened Leicester side, a slightly weakened Leicester side. But can they get more goals in the league this season against a Chelsea side who just got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Newcastle, and they're looking to inflict damage against United? They scored 19 goals out of 9 games, but they are looking to add salt to the injury of Manchester United. And we have to take into consideration one of the biggest X factors in this game. One of the biggest factors is one player, and is the best player in the Premier League at the moment. Is Mr. Cole Palmer. You have to take Palmer into consideration because in the last 2 games against United, Palmer scored 4 goals. At Old Trafford, he scored 1, and at Stamford Bridge, he scored a hat-trick. And clearly, Chelsea have an advantage against United because United don't have quite the arsenal, don't have quite the weapon, quite the midfield to keep Cole Palmer quiet as Liverpool did. And I think Chelsea can outscore United. If there's any team Chelsea wants to outscore this season, it's United. They can outscore United. I think Chelsea will get 4 goals in this game. So I'm predicting Chelsea 4, Manchester United 2. United will get their goals, will get 2 goals, but Chelsea are going to get 4. So watch out. That's a prediction to keep your eyes on. And for the last game is Fulham versus Brentford. And I'll tell you guys, please subscribe, smash that subscribe button, smash the like button, comment in the comment section your predictions of all the matches I just said. And if you've stayed to the end of this video, you're the real one. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. The last game is Fulham versus Brentford. This is one of the main head-to-head. The only head-to-head game we have this weekend is 10th versus 9th. Brentford in 9th and Fulham in 10th. Fulham are winless in their last 3 games. They're looking to get into form. They're looking to get a win against the Brentford side that have been really looking good. Brentford have been really looking good, and we've seen a side of Brentford that we haven't seen before. Brentford are now looking to outscore teams. They've scored 18 goals out of 9 Premier League games this season. They scored 18, but don't forget they've also conceded 18. So their main aim is to outscore their opponents. And one player to keep your eye on is Bryan Mbeumo. Bryan Mbeumo has been really fantastic this season. One player to keep your eye on. He has goals and he's chasing Erling Haaland. He has 7 goals this season. He's not really going to catch a robot. He's not going to catch a player playing against Manchester City, their top scorer. But he's been playing really good, really efficient, really effective for Brentford. Brentford can just easily outscore Fulham, and that's what I think will happen. So I'm predicting Fulham 1, Brentford 3. And so my people, that's the end for the Premier League Game Week 10 predictions. Already I said I'm aiming for 12 points, so watch out. I'm going to get 12 points. I'm going to get more than 10 this week. Surely, I'm really confident about this week. So watch out for my predictions. Drop your predictions in the comments. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys. If you're not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. 50 likes for this video. Let's hope we can get it. I'll see you guys soon. Match reactions, I'll be all for it. Don't forget to check out my shorts, check out my socials in the link in the description, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care, peace.